And we're back
We're live.
just because. Now, I'm supposed to send an invite to
Melanie.
Melanie, who's about to join us. And we'll give you all the information about her in just a couple minutes. But for right now, let me just get her the connection she needs. And I'll leave that to Red because, well, we have to. And I figured out, see, the thing is, I'm learning all these shortcuts on how to do things. It makes it so much easier. Anyways, we're back. It is showtime. It is 9:07, which is pretty good. And we just had Stacey Buell on. That was really cool, actually.
Yeah, she's awesome.
A lot of information that she gives, though.
Uh-huh. Lots of brain hurting information.
See, could you imagine if we were all in one room together? That definitely would keep it most entertaining. All right, so purpose of what we're doing here, nice and simple. We're doing a telethon. Hopefully, Red has the stamina to last till morning. Because I don't know if I do, but somebody's got to run the show. But we're going to try and do that till morning. And this is our telethon to raise funds and awareness of what it is that we have going on. And hopefully, so far, I think it's been, fairly informative to our viewers that have joined us at different times. We've learned some of the limitations we have for right now, but at the end, we're presenting to our audience, both live and who listen after the fact, that there is a new media available. It has audio, which is HHE Radio, the audio stream, which we're broadcasting through as we speak, as well as the video, which again is accessed through, right now it's through Facebook, because we used up all the storage that we had in our spot, and plus the print media. And that's important for people to understand that we are, we've created, developed, are delivering. It's current, it's live, it's now a media that we're hoping the public can embrace as a source of truth and fact-based media. So when we have a guest on, we ask them to show or share the documentation they've got, so that it's not just an opinion being stated. It's something that our viewership, our consumers of the media can count on as fact or evidence-based news reporting. We have a guest that's about to join us. And when she does, she's going to take us in a completely different swing. But it seems like it might be more of the same, just different.
Melanie?
Health, the real health versus health of history. I think that's what some of her presentation is going to be.
Yeah, I think so.
So we'll get her in the studio here shortly. But this is a fundraiser for us to continue our battle, to stay on the air, to keep providing this service, to offer to Albertans and Canadians and people around the world the fact that there can be a coming together of people with like-minded direction, without the interference of left or right-wing smoke and mirrors. I think that's the right way to call it, smoke and mirrors. That's based on telling half-truths or setting up a conspiracy theory that really is correct. And you can be afraid, concerned about the veracity, I think that's the word, veracity, of what we're doing. But the proof's in the pudding. We're doing it. We're not, I can get mad. I'll be, quite honest, that character that joined our show, so disappointing. you have a different opinion, we'll share it with our audience. We want people to have all the information they can to make an informed decision. But just because you have an opinion does not mean that it's the one everybody else needs to follow. You have no evidence, you're talking in the wind. It's pointless. We're not interested in that. And we'll call you out every time. So we've had a number of guests on already. But if you're just joining us now, spread the word. It's 9:00 at night. There's still lots of people who are awake.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a friend circle, share it out, share the link out with them, tell them where to tune in, either just the audio or the video feed that we've got from Facebook. First off, it doesn't hurt us to have more people on, but it becomes an opportunity for us to show that we are worthy of being trusted. And therefore, if people want to, we have people who want to use us as a source of information. We think that that's fair, but that's what we're fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
All the information, one spot, you can check it. We're going to keep sourcing it, but most importantly, we're going to keep correcting it. So if there's variations that come along that are an improvement on the evidence we have, we'll share it. I had a big issue with Bill C-36, which is the Online Harms Act, just to find out that actually Bill C-36 didn't make its way through the House of Commons, and it was replaced by a different bill.
Of course.
It was nice to be called and to verify that, it hadn't gone all the way through, but the concept of it continued on with the new bill, which
and they hide it in the background.
And they do. So that's kind of what the purpose of this media is for. So if you're just joining us, you join us after the fact, you look at some of the recordings that are posted on HHG Radio, do us a favor, share it, especially find something you really like, or just one that, shows up our good side. So profile picture.
That's not your good side.
All right.
Go on.
Just a second. There we go.
Hold on, the other side. Do the other side. I think that was your good side.
That's the good side. We did have guests that came into the studio.
Yes, brought us food and snacks and coffee.
So much appreciated.
Yes.
I want to see who the next batch that's going to come in about 3 hours. So if you're out in the audience, you can pop by about midnight, and we'll let you in. You can come talk to us, share some thoughts on air if you want.
That's right.
If you're not too scared,
come on, take my seat and join.
Well, because he'll be sleeping on the floor over here
in the corner.
But come in, share. But that's the idea behind it. It's still early, pass the word. We're looking for donations. We're looking for contributions. If you're involved in a community, not involved. If you're aware of a issue in your community, send us a note to ontheair@hhgradio.com.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take the information. We'll share it as long as, it's not just somebody ranting.
That's right.
We've seen people who are running podcasts. You know what the difference is. They either have evidence or they're just spouting off. And if they're just spouting off, where's the value? Where's the direction? Where's the coming together except in hate?
Yeah, we need an end point to get to. We have to get there.
And that's what you're here for. No offense, but that's your job. You've got to help us bring people together who care.
Yeah, when you get a story, you're traveling down the road tomorrow, you're driving, you see something that's worthy of talking about, send it in.
Oh, now Kirk Reese, you've invited him to come on.
He's going to come on the next hour.
The next hour?
10
Fantastic. And Troy, well, he thinks this is hilarious because he thinks it's right. I think that works.
Troy's awesome. I've known him for quite a few years. Yeah, he's awesome.
Oh, I thought he was a fan of mine.
No,
now I find out he's a fan of yours.
He's a fan of yours now.
Oh, good. Thanks. So, yeah, this is so much that's going on. It's almost horrifying to have a never-ending supply of negative. But there are good stories out there too. And again, the community can help us share them. If you give us the good news stories, we'll share it as well. You have a counselor that just got called an account and has resigned because she got busted. Share it. Or if you have a new building going up that's really going to help the community, let's cover the. We'll send you a link. You can show the world what's going on.
Mhm.
That's the technology that's opened up the door to allow this to proceed. So where's our girl?
Our girl, I don't know.
Well, he'll reach out.
I hope she's all right because she had to drive home from work, and she's another one of them people that's got to work extra time just to survive.
And that's the problem we're all running into, is the survival is we're all fighting for it. I mean, in my house, to see the stress and angst my partner has every time a bill comes in, every time a payment's due, every time going to the grocery store, the cost of eggs being, it used to be
$8 or something.
but it wasn't that long ago. It was $3.50.
Well, but don't forget they culled half the chickens in Alberta because they had bird flu. Or one chicken had bird flu, so they had to kill 300,000.
It's past ridiculous.
Total hogwash. These people need to stop them at the gate, say, listen, this is private property, get out. But too many of them are involved with the government.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Doing their barn, by building a new barn, borrowing from the government. And then have to pay, and then have to stay under their wing until the barn's paid off, et cetera, et cetera. Then they get another piece of equipment because the old equipment is not built to last anymore. It's just a never-ending cycle of sucking us dry.
And the more we go through this, the more it's unacceptable, but we have solutions. We have solutions that we can work as a group, as a family, as neighbors, with mutual respect and a drive to accomplish the goal. And the goal is peace, freedom, security of being, of existing. I don't want to stress what the grocery bill is at the end of when you get to checkout. It's wrong. Oh, there's a deep sigh.
We've all been doing that for a very long time. Groceries have been going up forever, and cost of living hasn't been. I'm a crane operator with the union in Alberta.
Yeah,
we haven't had a raise in I don't know how long. I don't know how long it's been. So our wages stayed the same over the last 10 years. And the cost of living's quadrupled. Figure that one out. And you wonder why the crane operators were away from home 300 days of the year.
That's really good for a relationship.
I could be doing it now. 6 days on and one day off. I usually actually used to come home from 9 hours away. Saturday, as soon as we were done shift, I jumped right in the truck and drove to here, Edmonton, from the other side of Vancouver, or the other side of Prince George. 9-hour drive in a storm in the wintertime. I always had the road to myself. That was a bonus.
Yeah.
But I came home, stayed 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, straight back, straight to the truck. Didn't even sleep to see my family, Or you stay away for 3 months until the next 4-day weekend and then come home. Some people do it because they have to. When I was working at Chrysler in Ontario, this is in 1991. I knew people there. Most of the workers there were Portuguese and Italians, middle-aged men. They would drive 4 hours in the morning to come to work and then 4 hours at night to go home. Every single day of the week, 5 days a week, to build cars. Because they were getting paid pretty good money, but 15% of their wages went out in gas, not to mention the repairs and stuff like that, the upkeep that got to do on the cars.
And that's one of the concerns that we have to address. Talk about it, and if she can come on, that'd be awesome. But until then, I'll just go through it. Hope for the youth today. It's really scary. I mean, the disrespect that the Alberta Next panel brought forward is one thing. $500,000, 400, let's just be cheap, $400,000 for a new starter home in Edmonton, surrounding communities. And we're not talking about a palace. We're just talking about a starter home. 400,000. Do you know how long it's going to take someone working going into the entry level position just to be able to afford a down payment? But they're still going to be paying $1,500 a month for rent, if not more. It's going to be like, I have no idea how those who are less fortunate and they're working off of social services or AISH or any of the social programs, how they are able to afford surviving. Shared accommodation on Rent and Rave, you see the apartment for rent only $800 plus your share of the utilities. We're not talking about the Ritz Sheraton here. We're talking about a Ritz Carlton here. We're talking about just a basic bedroom available for $800. That's scary, folks.
With a bedroom, or is that just a?
But they have a bedroom for $800 in a house that's occupied by other people with other rules, with other.
Just a bedroom.
It's just a bedroom.
Yeah.
You're not getting an apartment for that. I looked in our community. I did not find an apartment for less than $1,100.
I just got a message from somebody that says we should look up Killing of the Mind on YouTube. It's a 14 to 20 minute, a great short vid and done in pencil drawing. Somebody's sketching and explaining stuff. So maybe we'll do that a little later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's a good
Killing
idea.
of the Mind. It sounds like a good one. Then we could sleep while the thing's playing. 14 minutes, man.
Well, I wouldn't sleep because
Yeah.
I have principles then.
He's on,
Did you just snort?
he's on the keyboard. He's on the keyboard. Sorry.
Speaking of keyboard, when we started the show, all of a sudden things were highlighting all across the screen over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, what the heck?
We're getting attacked.
He's left his phone on the keyboard, and that's why. Oh,
Well, by the way, we lost our green screen because it fell down here. We're just, we'll have to hang it up here.
fell down? I'm the truth teller.
Okay, my fat ass knocked it over.
He's clumsy. He's knocked over everything coming in and out of the studio.
It's tiny. We need more space.
We need more space for you. And that's the kind of truth.
Yeah.
Every major media outlet and every major market I've ever seen has a team of salespeople, has a team of reporters, have producers, have editors, have him. He's not an even very good secretary. I'm just telling you, he's a little on the pokey side for some things. I'm not saying a word about it. I'm just leaving it at that. But we all bring our skill set. You know how good he networks. He's connected with a whole bunch of really good people. Oh, Kirk Reese brings in this one. We're going to share this. Kirk, you know what? I absolutely hate the thought that you might be right. Kirk says they want multi-generational families to pay the mortgage for generations, much like Europe and, hate to say it, like most reserves in Canada.
Well, if you go on most reserves in Canada, I know there's some good ones out there, but most of them, you go to the chief's place, he's living in a big shack, maybe brick mansion, beautiful place.
Yeah.
Rest of the reserve lives in a stick pile, typical reserve house, and they're peeling the boards off the inside just to feed the fire in the wintertime. It's ridiculous. You want to follow the money? All you got to do is go to the reserve, drive around. Don't even tell me which house is the chief's, because it'll be full of quads and cars and trucks and all over the place every time.
Oh, and they won't have audited the books in 10 years.
Audit, they don't even know what that is.
Uh-huh. I'm concerned. And
It's too bad because I got a lot of Indian friends and I love them. I lived in Prince George for a year and it was awesome. I was even speaking the language. It was like living with Newfies. I speak the language after a week, right? after an hour, I'm speaking Newfinese.
Yeah, been there. We've done it.
Oh yeah.
That's how Canadians have come together, because
right.
it's not.
And we love each other, man. It's just awesome. I've got a lot of friends there. all different creeds, and love them all.
I'm concerned that there are people who are not taking the fact that there are solutions at hand. We have solutions that make sense, that I believe work.
I just need everybody to come together, man. Let's get all together. All of us get together instead of working a different system. I want this, I want that, because it's mine, my own little piece of the freedom movement or whatever have you, like just
Control.
Let's all do it together. These guys they don't stand a chance if we're all together.
Well,
It's leadership, that's right.
Kirk says it's not the people, it's the leadership. So we're just going to present some of the concepts. Can you message our guest?
Already did.
Yeah. Okay. So, Kirk, I'll just share with you some of the concepts that we are considering moving forward. Because it's not just a matter of having the platform and having the news available. And this is for all the listeners that are out there, but specifically for Kirk, we've had Kirk on and interviewed him before. I'll explain to you how we think it should work. We think you bring in all the news. We think we share it with all of the consumers who eat up our delivery of the information. They get an opportunity because we provide it for them to access the supporting documents or the evidence. And that's the start of it. And if it's something that they're interested in, we that is our goal, is to create focus groups to actually discuss what's going on, what the problems are, and how we walk our way to solutions. Now, in my mind, and this is stuff that Red and I have kind of discussed, you start with education and healthcare, and you start with the basics, the cost of living, how to impact that positively, and you bring it forward so that stakeholders, people who have full knowledge of what's right and wrong within their own industries, can bring forward the solutions that make sense. And we don't just, somebody said it, so that's what we're going to do. We'll then make it public and we'll discuss it on air, the rights or wrongs of whatever it is, the conclusions have been brought forward. So there's no sneaking something through. And then we'll ask our consumers to decide based on their moral measuring stick to take the next step and actually get involved. And in our perspective, if it's a local issue, then all of our listeners who choose and want to be involved to make a difference can go to the local issue and call out, whether it's the city councilors or the Reeve, and if it's a provincial, we can go to our MLA's office, their constituency office, the Alberta Ledge, the Department of, go to all of those appropriate places as groups.
And demand they fix everything.
And hold them on account, because at least in concept, we all go to work to get something done in the day. So the question becomes, if they're going to work, these are the elected officials or the bureaucrats, if they're going to work for the day, what are they doing that's more important than solving a problem? No Band-Aids, actual solutions. And
they're all about Band-Aids.
And they're all about Band-Aids or
fake Band-Aids.
Giving you medication
exactly.
that's not actually going to fix the problem.
It's going to mask it.
And we think a collective voice, let's say on a federal issue, where you can hit every member of parliament. I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about go to their riding offices, every MLA's office, every political organization office, because they all have offices, to the Ledge and the House of Commons, and say, we want you to do this today. When you go into work, you don't have anything more important for you to do than today. Because the real sense of accountability is Can you look at any elected official and actually measure that they produced anything?
I'm pretty sure that these people go into the legislature via underground. I'm serious. I don't think they walk in the front door so that we can get to them and yell at them and ask them to be hold them accountable. You know what I mean? I'm almost sure of it.
And that's why for us, instead of doing a protest on a Saturday when nobody's in the ledge, we're actually at their constituency association office on Monday morning. Maybe we don't have 200 people at that constituency. Maybe there's only 10. But 10 people standing outside every single MLA's office.
With signs, I know they go in the front doors that way, or the back door at least.
They can't help but see that there's an issue that people are asking for them to deliver. So while we're talking to Kirk and everybody else is hearing it, there's no secret that that's a plan that makes it more visual for all the parties that are involved. But let's raise it up one more notch. And let's pretend that, because the ledge events are broadcast, same thing for the House of Commons. What happens if they don't do that? This is an education issue. We should be at the minister's office. We should be at the minister's constituency office. We should be at the board of it, using the education thing, the Board of Education office. We can start making a fuss, not just here, but across the country. We want change, not tomorrow, today. Is that working? It's not working yet? Okay, then let's go into all of the communities that elected these people. Let's make sure that every day they see, because the fact that they're not accountable today for something that, this is just an example, and Red's heard me talk about this before, okay? Class size, not just in Alberta, but across the country, has been an issue for decades.
Yeah.
Not weeks, months, years, decades.
I think you're right about that 24 more kids. It's just 3 rows.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 rows of 6. You know what I mean? 24. Yeah. 24, I think, was the number. Because I was always in the back corner.
No.
I was a bad kid.
I sat up with the girls. It was smart for me.
That figures.
Anyways, the concept, nice and simple, is that if there's a classroom overcrowding, let's say there's 40 kids in a classroom, how do you solve that problem now? You can think about it all you want. There are 40 kids in one classroom. The actual solution to 40 kids in one classroom, getting it down to be a real number, is another classroom.
Yeah, you got to split it in half.
There's no other answer. And if there's no other answer, then why don't you fix that one? Okay, well, you have another classroom. The school's not big enough. We'll get to
my aunt
Sue in just a minute.
She's in Ontario.
If there is no other answer, then the problem becomes getting another classroom. Well, if you want to build a whole new class, or a whole new school or wing or whatever it is, there's budgets, etc. It takes time. A quick and easy response is taking ATCO trailers that are already preformed and attaching them directly to a school. It only takes up one trailer length. There's no space. There's no safety concerns of the kids being outside. You can attach it right to the school.
Run a cable for power outside. They can use the washrooms inside.
Done. But even the ATCO trailers have washrooms.
Some of them do. Yeah. Most of them do.
So,
but I mean, you got to have plumbing hooked up and stuff. It's difficult. I would eliminate the washroom and the water, turn it into a few more seats.
But at the end of the day, the solution is viable to be built and set up and constructed over a weekend.
Yeah, but that's if you've got somebody with brains working for the government.
Now, that is a problem.
That's a problem. You need somebody with a functioning brain cell.
But our solution is practical. It's immediate. It solves the problem, and it didn't cost $400 million to build, or take 3 years to plan. So for us, all of the immediate problems we're facing have immediate solutions
Mhm.
to be done over the night. Now we've got a comment from Sue Adams. They don't want to be asked questions because they have to answer them and be held accountable. Sue, I'm just going to tell it to you. Keep talking, girl. You're not wrong.
That's awesome. Keep it up, Sue.
The truth of it is that that's the ultimate problem. When Stacey was talking about our sitting member of parliament who lied directly to her face and said it's a conspiracy theory, but yet the evidence is right in the government of Canada's website
Yeah.
that the Conservatives, the Liberals, the NDP, the Green Party, everybody's aware of. And he had the nerve to lie. We had a member of parliament, same member of parliament, who was asked at not a coffee meeting, coffee house chit chat
Mm-hmm.
during the campaigning season, asked a direct question about supporting the residents from within his community. And he said his words, according to the person who asked him, that's not my job to actually represent my constituents. That's not my job to actually represent the constituents.
He said that.
He said that.
Well, too bad you didn't get that on record because that would have been nice to play.
The problem, of course, is that responses like that trigger an emotional, which there is no time and place to raise the emotional temperature at that time. But that's the truth. So, Kirk, when we talk out loud about having solutions, we have solutions we can put into play tomorrow, but it can't be people by themselves. It just does not work. And for us, we're talking about in Alberta. So the use NDP don't count. They are the lesser of. That's the only way they get in because they're not coming forward with policies that resonate with Albertans. Okay, we're suggesting that when you go to the UCP and the UCP says, "Well, we'll try, we'll get to it, maybe," no, it becomes you have two choices: either fix it today or you're gone. If it means a new party, it's a new party. And in that new party, there won't be one damn lawyer. There won't be one damn pre-existing politician because they didn't do their job when they had a job.
That's right.
Why would we count on them to represent us now? And sounds like we're talking tough. We're not. We're just saying that if I go to work, I get paid to do a job, and these guys aren't doing it. So we can ask them nicely, hey, this is what your constituency residents want.
Mm-hmm.
And if they just don't do it or they take too time, they're like any other employee, they got to go. And whether we're talking about an elected official or a bureaucrat, I'm sorry, the education minister can go to the school board and say, guys, you have 30 days, fix it. And if not,
we'll fix it for you. But the education minister is another parasite.
And that's why to us, they have to go. Alberta grassroots. Oh, Alberta, the grassroots. Why would you be so gentle? Why don't you say it like it is? No, very good. Yes, you're right. And then Kirk's responded with,
Get back to being held accountable. What a concept.
Which, if you're at your job,
They shouldn't have to prove their accountability. They should be doing it right the first time instead of cheating, lying, and thieving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Steady.
Or deceiving.
Deceiving. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
They plant a seed, they open a little gray area, so the next bill comes out. It's got a little bit more to add to the gray area. And about 10 bills later, they actually have an ironclad, you're screwed, you lose it all.
Exactly. Yep. It's happening now.
And there's the evidence that we were really concerned about.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, Kirk, that's what our consensus is here, is that we start with educating not just ourselves, but everybody, sharing it, making sure we don't have the, what are they called, honeypots?
Honeypots and the rats in the henhouse.
because that was so disappointing to hear um, Pat talk about how frequent that occurs at all the meetings that are going on, at all the relationships that are getting started.
Yeah.
They're just bad guys who are paid to deceive us and get us into trouble.
That's right. That's right.
I'm concerned.
I don't blame you.
Whereas I just want to, maybe play a game of poker one day or sit by a fire or read a book, maybe, and something really far off, maybe have time with my family.
I used to love reading, and I'd like to go in the back 40, sit there and listen to the wind and read a book, but I can't because I've got too much shit in my mind, in my head. I'm thinking about everything all over Canada, what's going on, what they're doing worldwide. The stuff that's going on is unreal.
I'm just watching the stuff going on in Ireland.
Oh my God.
Like,
I didn't even see Ireland.
I'll just paint you this picture. Ireland has got the Catholics and the Protestants, and they've been fighting for so many
Millennia.
centuries.
Yeah.
And they're all together on the same street, marching together, saying, "We want our country back."
Good.
Unified and ready to fight for it, which is the sad part, because they may have to. But that's ultimately what this media is going to do. Is we're going to bring it forward as something they can focus. We as a group, as a community, can focus on moving in the same direction, even if we do it one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
It's solved. You get a good man or woman in charge of something, you help them get their feet in concrete place, ready to
That's right.
fix it, and give them the support so they can get the job done. You move to the next one, and you don't stop until it's all fixed.
We're almost at break time again.
We're almost at break time again.
Melanie's not going to come in. We're bringing Kirk in at 10. So Kirk's next.
Kirk, are you ready?
We
I hope you are.
We could want to bring him in for 5 minutes right now, get him warmed up. And
No.
we'll wait till after the break.
Listen, the man sits on a yacht all day. Go ahead, say it.
I want to get to that yacht and visit him one day. My brother went down to see him a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He speaks highly of Kirk.
All right. So get yourself ready. We're gonna get onto Kirk in just a few minutes. It right now is almost quarter to the hour. We'll get started right at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
We'll be back, and stay tuned.
Love you guys.